Hello and welcome to another Controversy Friday. Today, let's talk about brands this time. Usually, we discuss behaviors of different content creators or things that just happen on the internet, but I thought let's just maybe change it up a bit. So, we should cover maybe what are brands doing that actually really upsets us. When it comes to the makeup that I'm using today, I will be tackling again the Forget Me Not palette from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. This is a mainly matte palette and I do like it, but today this is definitely more of a companion palette because if you've seen my You Don't Need That Shit last week on Monday, you would have seen that when I tidied up everything and I organized my makeup over here, that I found a quad that I haven't used and that has been sitting here in a year. This is the Bobbi Brown Lunar Year Quad from 2023. It's actually really beautiful, so I know why I ordered this, and I then looked that up on YouTube, how it looks used, because I was thinking of maybe giving it away or selling it because I'm not that big of a Bobbi Brown girl. But this and this shade, from what I have seen online on YouTube, they look delicious, so I really want to use them. Other than that, I'm mainly focusing here on this little box of my focus items. I can already tell you that one of those items is empty. So I ask you here on YouTube in the community tab and over on Instagram, what are experiences with brands that kind of left you in a state of shock? Because this behavior is not acceptable, because they treated you really poor as a customer, or whatsoever. I want to start with a story that was sent to me way before I planned out this video, and that was actually the inspiration to this video. You know, I did not make a secret out of the stuff that happened between me and Glamlight. I went into depth with this on Thursday's video, like last week on Thursday, where I reviewed the Nightmare on Elm Street collection. And because of that, some people messaged me their experiences with other brands. And one of those stories that I was told was with Hourglass. If you've been living under a makeup rock, Hourglass is a very luxurious brand, and I think they're mostly famous for their powders. The dim light, no, not the dim light, what are they called? Ethereal light, no, that's a shade. Ambient lighting powders, that's what they called. These were also my entrance into Hourglass that made me fall in love with the brand, and they expanded basically this line a lot with bronzers, with blushes, and of course their very famous holiday face palettes that kind of is a collector's thing now. And if you have ever used one of their ambient lighting blushes, it is basically a blush color swirled together with an ambient lighting powder. They look really good. I have a couple of them in the face palettes. I also have one as a single blush because I really enjoy this formulation. And since these are swirled products, they kind of look different from pan to pan. So no pan actually looks like the other, which is kind of cool, but I also see how this could annoy somebody. But I think when you buy a product like that, you just know that. And the person who sent me the story basically ordered this face palette. This is the, Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked. I think this is the Jellyfish palette, but I have it in the old packaging. And she was complaining about this shade. This is Diffused Heat. As you can see, mine has a lot of pink going on and a bit of a warm powder to make it even warmer in shade. And the girl had the same palette, but her blush was mainly the ambient lighting powder and not so much of the blush. When you pay 90, 80 bucks, whatever, for a face palette like that, I actually expect every single product in that palette to look bomb as fuck. She was not very happy with the powder and contacted the Hourglass customer service for that. I'm honest with you, I don't really know what to expect when you basically complain about how this blush looks inside your pan. But I would have expected maybe kind of an apology, or here, if you're not satisfied with the product, either send it back for free or let me give you a partial discount. You know, I think there are just different ways to solve a situation so that the customer is still happy. And she basically had a very unsatisfying experiences there with Hourglass, who basically, and I said basically just twice, they refused to help her. They just said, yeah, it is what it is. It's a swirled blush, live with that. And it can have like different ratios. So some have more ambient lighting powder, some have more of the blush color. I get that this is a like manufacturing thing and everything looks different, but I'm honest with you, when I have a blush inside, I want to have the part of the blush more prominent than the part of the ambient lighting powder. I'm not sure how they ended up solving this, but she was offered to send the palette back for money. And since she lives, I think, in Switzerland, she had to pay like 30 or 40 euro to send it to the States, and was like, can you please give me a like return label so that I don't have to pay that money to get it to you because I already paid for shipping to me, which is fine, but I will not pay for the return. And they were just like, no, you have to pay for it or live with that. I am very sorry, but from my German understanding, this is not good customer service. I don't know where you all live and how is it in your country, but in Germany, shops are required to offer free returns as soon as the product you ordered is more expensive than a certain amount of money. I think it's 40 or 45 euro. Everything above that has to be free in return. Was that sentence correct? Free in return or free to return? You know what I mean. So unfortunately, I don't know how the situation ended. I just know that the girl who sent me this was super unsatisfied, and I'm pretty sure that this was the last time she ordered stuff on the Hourglass website, which is a shame because the products are really good. Over this video, I will mix up YouTube, Instagram, like answers on the story sticker and DMs, because some of them are kind of all together. Some of them are screenshotted just in a different order. So this time we don't have a specific order for the socials. Colourpop has been a dream to work with. I've had a few things arrive wrong or broken and they fix it immediately. I have heard the opposite, though. I wondered if anyone else had an issue. Okay, that's actually a topic I am not healed on already, because the Twilight thing that I ranted about in Monday's video is still hurting me. But aside of that, I ordered 3 times on the Colourpop website so far and nothing went wrong. Everything was fine, everything was very good packaged actually. And the last time that I ordered was during their Black Friday sale, and usually when I order from the States, either the shop has to prepay the taxes and duties and shit, or I have to pay them when it arrives. And usually with Colourpop it was like that I had to pay them as soon as they arrived at my doorstep. But then the package came in and I didn't have to pay, and I was like, okay, maybe at the airport they didn't check this package. Can happen too. So that, if you're lucky, that can happen. But then I just saw where it came from, and apparently Colourpop has a German storage, I guess. So they sent the package to that storage, and that storage sent it to me. So I didn't have to pay for the taxes and stuff. Let's now use this palette. Oh, I'm so excited. And I want to start with Metal Rose. I apply this here on the outside. Oh, wow. That's a very pretty soft shade. Could be a bit darker for my liking, but it's pretty enough. So shipping and what's not, I never had bad experiences. I also did never speak to the customer service, so can't talk about that. I'm now using Sunflare, by the way. I need to, I mean, look at this. Creature Cosmetics, I actually never heard of that brand. I received a pretty broken palette. I sent pictures. They wanted the palette back before they would send a replacement. What? And asking for money back after that exchange. Didn't go well either. So I had to ship a very broken palette back that I had waited a month for and wait for them to receive it until they would ship a new one. I don't know. I don't like that. Maybe I'm wrong. No, I don't think you're wrong. I think this is a very weird behavior. If you send in photos and show that the palette is broken, that should be evidence enough. Like, why are you forced to send this back? Why are you forced to produce shipping costs and car costs and plane costs, whatever? It's a bit weird. I hope you didn't have to pay for sending it back, because that would be even weirder. Am I a Bobbi Brown girl secretly? That was the easiest look ever. I hope the Moonstone shade is similar. So yeah, I don't think that you're wrong. I think they are wrong, and I don't know what these policies are. I mean, I always can just say this from a German standpoint, and here we have very strict laws when it comes to online ordering. I think Lisa Eldridge is amazing at good comments when they're tagged on Insta. Yes, it comes over as sincere and friendly. I absolutely agree. However, I follow Miriam A, and she's a massive Pat McGrath fan. Okay, she buys everything and showcases it constantly on her YouTube and Insta platforms. She dared to make a slightly less than positive comment on the launch of Mothership 11. Oh, I know where this is leading. And her comment was deleted and she was blocked by Team Pat. I thought that was extremely shabby behavior. She wasn't rude, she's extremely lovely and professional, and she didn't deserve that. Very poor. I was affected by that too. I talked about this in my Mothership 11 video, because my comments were deleted too, because I also criticized the color story of Mothership 11, because I think it's just the same pink shit bullshit, and the quality is also not there. And let's talk about Lisa Eldridge, because they do it completely different. I don't know when this was, somewhat last year, I made a Instagram post for a look that I did that had the Vega in it and some other palettes. And in that post, I just wrote that with the other palette, like not Vega, I had really big troubles blending and hard panning, or something like that. And the Lisa Eldridge team immediately reached out to me asking what exactly the problem is in Vega, what's the shade that is affected, because they want to resolve that very quick. Then I just said, oh my god, I'm so sorry to confuse you, because this is not your palette that had the fault. It was the other one. I'm sorry if I did not communicate that very well. And I know that this is not Lisa Eldridge posting and not Lisa Eldridge answering, but it's her team. And they're very well trained. Like, this is very good service. When it comes to Pat McGrath, aside their social media bullshit behavior, I have to admit that I never had a problem with their customer service. I know a lot of people have. I know a lot of people do have really bad experiences. I cannot second this. I don't know what exact launch it was, but I ordered something from the website and I forgot to choose the express shipping and choose the free standard shipping, but I never do standard shipping. I much rather pay the 9 or the 11 euro, whatever, more to get it express. And I saw my mistake immediately after I saw the order confirmation, and I messaged the customer service, said, can you please change that, or please like cancel my order so that I can reorder, but this time with the correct shipping. They answered in like 10 minutes, canceled my order, and I was able to place my order again with the correct shipping. Shipping in general, I never had bad experiences. I know that a lot of people, especially in the States, are waiting like weeks for it to come. When I order on the Pat McGrath site today, it would be here in 2 days. If it's not out of stock. And not like holiday sale season, then they take maybe 3 days. So yeah, I agree with you on that. The social media behavior of the team is absolute bullshit. And in general, I think it's always like that. Whenever I use a skin tint, I rub off the concealer. Why am I not able to learn? I think in general, the brand Pat McGrath is just, it's dead. We discussed the Valentine's launch. It's just, I'm sorry, but this is not okay what they do. An eyeshadow brand, won't say who, that calls you out on Instagram when they're completely in the wrong. I am very sad that you are not telling us who this was, because now I really want to know who it is. Who has the audacity to call out customers? I guess I've been lucky so far in my limited interactions, I must say. I just don't like the fact that everyone I go on the website, the prices have gone up again. Yeah, that's actually really sad. Or there is a sale and they will say up to, of course, and some items you save $1 or $1 or 48 cents or 50 cents. I'm not kidding, I was on the site last night to put in a small order and these were the discounts I saw. Even worse, let's say an eyeliner is on sale but only one color. I don't understand that either. I'm annoyed by that. Like, then you go on the Sephora app and you see this certain item that you want to have, and there it says like 14 euro, and then you click on that item. Yeah, but it's only that one fucking shade that nobody wants probably. So I guess it's maybe to clear out the warehouses. Or out of stock. Yes. Was out of stock before they put it on sale. Oh, this is so annoying. I totally understand you. Also, why some shops will ship worldwide and others won't? What's the point? That is probably very easy to explain, because this has a lot to do with just region restrictions. So for example, when I shop on Beauty Bay, they do ship worldwide. They do have free Europe delivery without taxes. You know, UK is not in the EU anymore. But there are just certain items I cannot order there because it's not allowed to ship them to Germany. Is it annoying? Fuck yes. But it's laws, it's tax thing a lot of the times. So I wish we could change that. I'm also just not, I don't know, I don't want to pay a service. I know there's like My US or something where I can have a fake US postal address to order things, but this costs, I think, a monthly subscription. I don't know. I just have to look up if that's really cheaper than getting it here in Germany. Okay, this is a wide one. Let's start. In real life, the damn Chanel bitch that jumped in front of me and sprayed perfume in my face. I hate that behavior no matter where you're going. I'm very, very happy that in Germany this is not happening anymore, but it used to be like that in Douglas. It was really, really, really weird. Out of reflex, I slammed her and screamed for security. At least the security guy had a brain and scolded her when he saw me coughing and spitting with red, tearing eyes. Like, imagine, perfume is alcohol, and you get that in your eyes and nose, and maybe you're even allergic or sensitive to perfume. What the fuck is going on? It's like you're allergic to peanut butter and somebody comes and just smears peanut butter on your forehead. Unacceptable. Oh, he guided me to the washroom where I tried to wash it off. It took quite a while for the coughing to stop. My eyes were irritated for days. Oh, I'm so sorry. No apology from the bitch. No one cared and came looking if I was okay. That made me hate Chanel perfume and a gag when I smelled the DNA. It's been over 15 years and I still hold the grudge. I'm sorry that I laugh about this because this is a hilarious story to tell, but I totally understand that this is a very, very intimidating experience, and I totally understand that you hate Chanel now. I have a second Chanel story, so apparently they're not the best with customers. I've read somewhere that ladies drank Chanel perfume, but I can tell you it doesn't taste good. It's pure alcohol without any taste. Like, what the fuck? Why should you drink that? But I heard that too, like Chanel number 5, I think. The bougie ladies, they drank that. What the fuck? Online, that deleting and blocking from Pat's team on Instagram when the Sunlit Seduction was released. Never had any problems with the customer service. They even did send out another bronzer for free. Or when the line was released and one of the team recommended the wrong shade for my complexion. Oh, look at that. Or when I ordered the Utopian Dream with the Artistry mod as bundle and the later was sold out, they took the full price off the bundle, which made the Utopian Dream come up to 42 euro. That's nice. But the behavior on Instagram was unacceptable. Totally agree, and I think everybody does. Okay, so the next I want to give a little bit... I hate trigger warnings, but I will probably lose some of you now. Natasha Denona supporting Israel forever and always while they are killing Palestinian children. I do not talk about politics here on this channel, but I want to make a statement on that because I am fed up with this topic. I'm really sorry to now offend you who left this comment on Instagram, but I don't want to read that. I don't want that. Keep it for yourself. I hate every single person who's commenting on brands' Instagram pages. Choose a side, pick a side, tell me who is supporting. Do you know what we should support instead of picking sides? We should support peaceful behavior. We should support human behavior. It doesn't matter if it's Palestinian, if it's Israel, if it's Russian, if it's Ukrainian, if it's whoever in this world has been shed in their brains. Everybody who's killing people, no matter on what side they are, everybody who is putting a behavior towards other people that is hurtful, harmful, and just not good for others, that is the side we should avoid. And this has nothing to do with countries, with religions, with races, with sexes and genders. Just don't be a human shit. That's all I want. And please don't come at me with politics and brands. Saint Angel Sinners. I bought 2 palettes from them, a 9 and a 6 pen palettes. Continue in the M. So there is the conversation I had with Saint Angel Sinners. I was very dissatisfied with how she promised something and didn't do what she said, and didn't even recognize there needed to be a change, either stating the colors in the palettes were repeated or keeping the same names throughout the different palettes. I, of course, didn't remind her again about the palettes because I'm not begging for it. That came out of her, and I just thought she wanted to make things right and not make empty promises. I feel that's very unprofessional. And here we have the conversation to that. So I will not read the whole message for you. You see it here on the screen, but it basically just says that this customer was complaining about the fact that she bought 2 of the palettes and the shade names were different labeled in the palette, but it turned out that 2 of the shades in those 2 palettes were the same. I cannot stress out how much I hate this. When you do repeat shades, nobody's mad about this. Do it. I'm fine. We're all fine with that. But label them correctly so that your customer knows that they are getting a repeat shade. And the answer from the brand is quite long too. And she apologized. Yeah, I feel very sorry, blah, blah, blah. And she basically explained something with the manufacturer, blah, 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 blah. And then the owner writes, I suggest singles over ours, really. I don't claim to always have new, even though the new ones have less repeat shades. I make a palette because I love the colors. I don't keep track of what colors I use. I just love what to do and try my best. I have another full-time job with this. Growing is hard and keep track of something. I personally, wait, there's a second part. I personally just don't have the time to do. So I'm sorry about this for you, but I would get singles and not palettes from us as much as I love you as customer. I can't guarantee this won't happen in the future. Nevertheless, I want you to be happy and give me, if you give me your address, I will send you Kazi when it comes out, their new shades, and I think you'll like it. Can we please talk about the fact that the owner of the brand recommended a customer to not buy their palette? And the girl answered very, very polite. As you can see, she appreciated that. She sent her the address. And this conversation was in April 2022, as you can see. So in July 2022, she wrote the brand again. Hey, I was wondering if you got the Kazi palette in that you said you would try to send. And she answered, not enough. So sorry. I'm sorry? Like, what the fuck? So basically what I understand here is the brand owner got the palette already, but not enough to send her a free one that she promised. Just saying. And then the girl contacted the brand again. I'm now, by the way, using Moonstone for inner corner highlight. This looks so wet and delicious. I might faint now. Wow. How the fuck did it happen that I tucked this palette in the back of my shelf? Although I have to admit, I don't even know why I ordered this because I'm not a Bobbi Brown girl, but ooh, this looks awesome. I love it. I don't know if you still have the conversation we had back in April, but I felt disappointed towards the end of you said you would like to send me a palette my way and ask for my address, and then never contacted me. Then when I asked you about it, you just said you had not gotten enough palettes. I do enjoy the products I bought from you, but that experience left me with a sour taste. That, by the way, was in January 2023. And then the owner of the brand answered, I'm just out of town, but I'll be back end of week and I'll see Kate out of town, whatever. I'm sure that we can get you a Kazi, there's no big deal, but it's gonna be here till March. If you could remind me, then that would probably be the best idea. Just announce when they're coming, blah, 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 and just re-remind me, no problem. Let me just tell you, she did not re-remind her because this is just, I'm sorry. The most unpleasant experience I have ever had with a brand. I will never give the company my money again. I since did acquire another palette from them, but I got it on Mercury secondhand. I just don't want to give the company my money. And if you're now commenting, are you still giving the company money? No, she didn't. Secondhand or third-party retailers, it's already paid. Like the person already, the first one or the retailer, whatever, already paid for the palette. So you're basically just giving the money back to somebody else. I tried to be respectful and understanding, but I felt disrespected and lied to, and so I just left it at that. Also, I think I should be the one to decide if I want to buy singles or palettes. I much more prefer palettes, and nobody should tell me to buy singles instead. Not even that, like the fact that the brand owner tells you, oh, you should buy your singles, not the palettes, because I don't keep track of the colors and I rename just them as I shit. Oh, that's thank you, because Angel Sinners is actually a brand that I came across a couple times because they have really interesting shades, but now I will not try them. No, thank you. I felt a little betrayed that it looks like the Color Cosmetics Xmas giveaway was arranged. Okay. They always upload the picking process and stories, but this time they didn't. Oh, that's actually bad. Who won that? Was it an influencer, or why do you think that? If so, that's a bit shady, but wasn't that already the case with another brand? Was it Adept Cosmetics who had that too? Where they had a giveaway and all of a sudden the influencer with already 100,000 followers won, and then the video was also sponsored? Something like that. There is something in the back of my head that keeps scratching. By the way, I just want to say that I'm about to empty my second product of 2024, which is this Milk Pore Eclipse powder. And that's actually a shame because it's a good powder, but there's so little product in here. I am actually a bit mad. Do you know what the worst thing about the new lens is? You can now see the mess that I do on my shirt all the time. And I now have to wear clean clothes when I film. Oh, first world problems, I tell you. So I just took out the sifter. You witnessed a live powder empty. This is really embarrassing. I didn't even have the time to test this with every single foundation I have. I think 2 or 3 are still not tested with this. It didn't happen to me, but one of my fellow makeup enthusiasts was asked by an emerging makeup brand to use her images on their socials and website for absolutely nothing in return. Left such a bad taste in my mouth, I don't even want to use or share their products anymore. Very unprofessional. I asked what brand that is, and I don't want to hold back. It's What's Up Beauty. And I have to admit, my opinion on this specific case is kind of... There are two sides to this story. First of all, I agree that asking somebody to use their stuff for their Instagram and website with nothing in return, yeah, there is a part of unprofessional behavior behind that. Okay, I just had to quickly do my brow powder without filming because I never can talk and do this at the same time. I don't really know how to explain my feelings towards this, because on one side, yes, I understand. You did a product, photo, a video, whatever, and if a brand is asking you to use this for their social, I would understand that you're not getting anything, because reposting from a brand is like normal. And to be honest, this can be the entrance towards a relationship with a brand, a work relationship. Does that mean you have to give away your work for free? Absolutely not. It all depends on the circumstances. So we don't know what really happened around that specific case now. And using this for the website, I know how it looks on the website of What's Up Beauty. I don't think that the brand meant to put it in the product photos. There is a part of like social media that they share underneath every single product. And I'm honest with you, when you tag a brand in a post, what is your goal? The goal is not to be not seen by the brand. Your goal is probably to be recognized by the brand. So they watch your video, they see your post, they read your captions. What is the expectation level? Two sides of a story, always. I cannot judge this. Can you? What do you think about? Let me know down below. Very interesting topic though. Before Menagerie changed their name, they were Makeup Monster. Never heard of them too. I had ordered 3 liquid lipsticks and never got them. Ooh, they never resolved the issue. They said it was the post office fault and I was just SOL. What does SOL mean? So I felt mad and haven't bought from them since. How is this in the States, because in Germany, the one who is responsible for the package is the one who sends it. And as long as the package did not arrive at the customer, they are responsible for it. They have to fill in the papers if the package gets lost at DHL or Hermes or whatever kind of shipping partner they choose. They are the ones who have to take care of this. And if the package does not arrive and it's clearly visible that it probably didn't move at a certain point in that delivery chain, they have to give you the money back or resend. Another, I wanted the Sea Witch palette from Electrum Cosmetics. Oh, I have seen their products on the Monolith website, and there is one palette that looks absolutely stunning. I'm, by the way, using Moonstone again. I put it on my wish list on Insta here. The company DM'd me saying they found one more palette if I wanted it. I said yes, of course, and then asked how I could pay for it since it wasn't available on the website, and got ghosted. Oh boy, that is really bad behavior. Why are brands doing this? By the way, I'm using the Moonstone shade as my highlight here for the brow bone. I don't even believe that I'm saying this, but I feel a slight obsession with this quad from Bobbi Brown. But I guess it was limited edition, so I don't know if you can still get it. Although I'm 100% sure that I saw this in a Selfridges sale not too long ago. But I could be mistaken. I'm not really into Bobbi Brown makeups. I have had a situation with ordering through Instagram too with Slayfire Cosmetics, you know, one of the brands that does those beautiful and, yeah, let's just say it, quite expensive glitter palettes. And their Halloween palette, which is this one, this is the To Die For palette, was kind of not visible on their website for Europeans because Shopify kind of blocked it because of the name To Die For, whatever. They had like a policy update. The owner explained it very in depth in her stories, and she then offered to order this through her Instagram DMs if you want to. And I messaged her and I was like, I would do this. Let me know please how this is going, because I never did this through an Instagram order. And I live in Germany, so tell me how this would work out. And she answered quite quick and said I had to give her my address. Then she would calculate the shipping just manually and sends me a bill through PayPal. And that was actually what we did. And she even on her own applied a discount code for me, which was really, really nice. And everything worked out super well. She was very clear and open in communication and said that her shipping time is currently around 10 to 12 days until it leaves her warehouse. And I was like, yeah, that's completely fine. And I think after 8 days or so, I got the shipping confirmation. So everything went well. It was highly professional. She was very open and clear in her communication and shipping times and how she calculated everything. That was awesome. I'm honest with you, that was an awesome experience. So I'm really, really sorry for you that you got ghosted by a brand, but yeah, let's just say that good that you didn't buy from them, because they're probably not the best in customer service. Oh my god, I just stepped my eye. I'm dying. Oh my god, my eyes are watering away. Oh. I love plastic bristle mascara, but I hate it when you stab yourself in the eye. Not anything I personally experienced, but Terramoon's blocking people when they call the brand out for doing collaboration with an anti-vaxxer is just outrageous. Like, it is one thing to not do proper research on the person who you want to collab with. Yes, I understand. But holy shit, the way you handle your mistakes in the feedback and backlash is a whole other thing, and they did not handle it well for sure. I was not into that drama. I heard about that on Instagram too, and then I researched on Reddit after that. So this was the collab they planned to do with Crystal Clear Makeup, I think her handle is, and I don't know how I feel about this. The whole topic of vaccine and anti-vaccine, I think, in my honest opinion, is a very personal thing. I think every person on this planet has the right to choose what they want to insert to their body. That's just the plain thing I want to say. I am not the one to tell anybody what they have to put in their bodies, what they have to do in medicines. I'm not the one to tell anybody what exactly as like medical thing they should do with them. It's all up to you, and I will not judge you If you tell me you did not get vaccinated because you're against that, that is your thing. It does not affect me. But the problem is maybe that especially those persons on social media, they use their reach and the way of how people are interacting with them, you know, this anti-social friendship thing, they try to influence you, maybe to do something very, very stupid that either you alone should decide or you together with your doctor should decide. So I don't know how much of this Crystal Clear makeup did. If she was a person who really promotes being not vaccinated and maybe is one of those like tinfoil hat wearers, I don't know about that. But if so, it's good to step back from that. But I agree, the way Tara Moon did this was not good. You can look it up on Reddit. It's fun to read to this. Just look up Tara Moon in the search and you find a mega thread, I think in Beauty Guru Chatter, whatever, where they just they screenshotted all the stories Tara Moon did, and all they did was say a lot by saying nothing. So the next story is in German, so I'm not posting the screenshot because most of you probably can't read it anyways. But it's another Chanel story somebody sent me, and they were just telling me it's not about makeup, it's about jewelry. She was saving up 400 euro for a pair of Chanel earrings. You know, those little that you stick in that have the CC in them with a little bit of rhinestones or gems, whatever is on there. I'm pretty sure it's Swarovski crystals. And she saved up the money, bought the earrings, and when she got home, sorry, I always talk when I apply lipstick, but this never works. And when she got home a couple days later, then she realized that a few of the stones are missing. So she went back to the store, said, I'm sorry, stones are missing. And they, instead of offering there to exchange these earrings, no, they wanted to repair that. And she had to wait 6 weeks for them to repair the earrings, and the stones were still missing. End of story is she never wore those earrings again. And now, if you know that when you have cheap jewelry, they get this little like green tint. Jaclyn Hill or Jaclyn Roxanne jewelry has the green tint too, and her Chanel earrings have the green tint now. And she wrote me that she contacted Chanel again when she was in a store because she wanted to buy something else, but it was a different store, and told the story again, and they offered her to take a look at those earrings again and then finally exchange it, which I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of money, 400 bucks for a pair of earrings, and I understand you. If I buy 400 euro worth earrings, or my little tunnels here, they should look bomb. I want to slay all day in them. So let's end the video here. I already talked about my worst experience with a brand, which was clearly Glamlite. I think I never had a worse experience than this, so I step away from Glamlite because of that. What are your experiences that you haven't shared that we didn't discuss here? Let me know down below. It's so fun to read into them and actually very educational because sometimes I also do judge a brand on how they treat customers that are not influencers, and I think that is a really important thing. It's like in real life, when you are a very rich person, it says a lot about you how you treat like service people. That says a lot about your character. So I just hope for the most that all of your experiences with brand are the best of the best, and I really hope that these stories that you shared with me and that you probably will share in the comments are just exceptional stories, and they will not be the case for everybody. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe because we do the Controversy Fridays maybe every other week or so, and I will post the new questions, of course, in the community tab here on YouTube or over on my Instagram. Thank you, and I hope I can see you in my next video.